He's female and black. And
each day starts with piles of documents for children who need a good home. During her 27 years as a social worker, thousands of files have crossed Sue Kravitz's desk.
Ivy, hey? Is that the name? All right.
Most of South Africa's orphans are taken in by family, but Kravitz, who's vice chair of the National Adoption Coalition, says up to 8,000 babies a year are abandoned, and that figure is rising. Yet the number of children on the official adoption list has more than halved in the last decade and is now only about 1,200.
There is a lack of awareness around adoption within the social work community. So there are many, many children who could benefit for adoption and who are simply not being moved into that system. And then once they get into the system, they sit in the system a long time.
The Department of Social Development wouldn't give Al Jazeera an interview, but it wants to amend the law to allow social workers in the public healthcare sector to facilitate adoption too. At the moment, it's the domain of private practice. The government says that by changing the law, it will make adoption more affordable, which could help address the current situation where the vast majority of people wanting to adopt are white and most want a white baby, yet very few are available, which raises the question of interracial adoption. It can be a sensitive topic.
There are cultural elements where people believe that in African culture, children should remain within the family.
But for the Day family, race has never been an issue.
They don't bring culture with them. Culture is linked to your language, it's linked to how you're brought up. So when you're in a children's home, there's no culture there.
Buchle was adopted as a 6-year-old from a troubled home. She was glad to leave.
I don't personally speak to them, but my parents do.
But Senze was abandoned at a hospital and does feel as if she's missing out on her Africanness.
I do to be honest, I'd really like to find out more about my culture. I also want to learn my language, which I'm currently working on.
Senze may struggle with her sense of identity, but she's grateful she has a family in which to do so. Tanya Page, Al Jazeera, Johannesburg.